What I'm going to ask you to do is to do it in baby steps. So pretend that our audience is 12 years old. Now, why would I do that? When I write advertising copy in my sales letters, 7. Very immature audience, Mike. Maybe the bottom there. And so the reason why, when I write sales letters, I write them for 12-year-olds. And the reason, I don't need to do that to disrespect the audience or the reader, is that if I write with a 12-year-old in mind, the language I use is going to be very basic, very simple, very easy to understand. And when you're trying to learn something, isn't it important that we actually make it simple? Yeah, so we're going to try and do that. So Mike, when we do this, I'm going to pick you up if you get too geeky on us, too techno, and or if you go too advanced. Deal? Okay.
Yeah, Brett, I agree with that 100%. One of the things that not only in what we'll be teaching here, but also what you want to know is when you're creating your product, you want your process, and every single part of the process. What I always tell my guys, my team, most of them are in Romania, what I always tell them, because they're so techy, they think one way, and they think that everybody knows PHP,
What's PHP?
Right, exactly. It's a programming code. So I always tell them, guys, I don't know why I feel like repeat this every single week, but please, when you design everything, design this thing to operate for your grandmother who doesn't know anything about a computer other than where the start button is. And that's how I try to tell them to try to make things very simple on the inside, because programmers think that everybody simply understands everything, and that's certainly not the case. And so we have to simplify everything throughout the process.
Okay, so Mike, what are we doing today? What is our challenge?
Okay, we have a site that we're going to be releasing called theresourcereport.com. And the domain, each word is hyphenated. So it's the-resource-report.com. Okay, the reason for this site is, as you can see, I have a diverse amount of products. They go into information products, $47 information products, software, $97 information products. We have all different types of application software, affiliate networks, home study courses that sell for $1,500. So I said, how do I get people to know about all of my products all in one place? It was very interesting. Remember I told you when I met Jason dinner. When we're sitting down, here's a guy that reached out to me. He says, I want to meet you. And then I'm sitting down with him, and this is, I think, like June or July of 2006, or 2005. And so I said to him, well, what do you know about me? This is a kid that was seeking me out. And he says, well, I know you have MikeFilsaime.com. And I said, okay. Well, what else do you know? And he says, well, I know you got another product like Carbon Copy Marketing and a couple of other things, but I really don't remember. I said, so I started listing products. And here was a person that was seeking me out, and every single time I listed a product, he wasn't aware. I had, at that time, purchased Instant Buzz. I had the domain for about 4 months. A lot of people were talking about it. I thought everybody had known. So I started naming different products I have, and I said I have a site called InstantBuzz.com, and I'm ready to roll off the next site. And he goes, get out of here. And I said, what? He says, you don't own that. And I said, no, yeah, I do. It's like, Jason, you asked me to come meet me. I thought you knew about me. I said, you don't know that I own that? So that right there, I started realizing, wow, there has to be a way where when somebody comes into contact with me, where I can direct them to one place where they can learn all about my different products. And so the resource report, the whole thing around that is I thought that people might find it interesting to know every single tool that I use to run my business. What I use to create a PDF. If you don't know what that is, that's...
What's a PDF, Mike?
Who here doesn't know what a PDF is? Okay, we got a few hands. A PDF is basically when you take something and you write your ebook. Maybe you'll use something like Microsoft Word. But not everybody has Microsoft Word. So you need a universal application that you can read it in. And Adobe has a product that creates these things called PDFs. It's something where somebody can click it and they can read no matter what kind of computer they have, whether it's an Apple or a PC or whatever the case is, they can read your ebook under one format. So you need software to take your Microsoft Word document and create it to a PDF so you can make your ebook. People may want to know what I use to make a screenshot, if I want to capture an image. You saw a lot of pictures that were in my PowerPoint presentation. A lot of those we use for screenshots. So what I use to create a mind map, or what I use to create a flowchart, or what I use for hosting, or where I register my domains, you name it. If there's something that I click on my computer to do any type of application, I listed it out in this report and gave the URL where you can find it.
Okay, so what you're saying there, Mike, is you're going to make available the resource report, which is a PDF, it's a report which will contain information about the resources you use in your business.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll be selling this report. What are we doing?
No, I'm giving the report away for free. And there was a couple of different ways that I was planning on doing it. And remember, we always want to keep things simple. Now, we're at an internet marketing seminar, so we have to be very transparent in everything that we do and everything that we're teaching you. The resources that I'm promoting, I would say about 15% of them are mine. 85% of them are the rest of the tools that I use to run my business. The nice thing about that is those resources all have, or most of them, have an affiliate program. So I'm also able to give a resource to somebody for a great product that I can't live without called RoboForm. And what I did is I registered a domain called goroboform.com, and inside this resource that I'm giving away, I'm referring people to a tool where the domain is really redirecting to my affiliate link. And I think it costs $29 to get the tool. Once you use it, you can't live without it. I mean, everybody that talks about RoboForm says it's, I don't know how I ever survived without it. And what they do is they give a free trial for 30 days. So I say to people, you can try it for free for 30 days. They go there with my affiliate link. On day 31, it says, you must activate this. Click here to get an activation code, and that will pay me, I don't know, maybe 20% or 30% of the $29. But so the idea is to give the report out for free. A lot of people would be interested to know some of the tools that a marketer uses to run their business. And as I recommend these tools, many of them do have an affiliate program.
Okay, so let's just recap. Is what you're saying something that the audience could do? Anyone in the audience could do?
Absolutely.
How?
I remember just watching Tom last year talk about creating viral PDFs. Believe it or not, everyone in this room is an expert at something. So all you have to do is write about it, and the different things that you're writing about, you can find different resources to point to. And from there, you can sign up for their affiliate program and list it into the PDF. And at that point, maybe you write a little bit of sales copy for it, and you have the graphics made for it. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later, where we get our graphics done. Yeah. And then you compile this ebook, and then you can give it away to people and say, you now have the rights to give this away as a bonus. So you create the product, put it out into the marketplace, and tell other people that they could use it to use as a ethical bribe to get people to get into your newsletter. Ethical bribe meaning, if you give me your name and email address, I'll give you this report. And that report was created by you, but you have thousands of other people putting this report out there because you gave them the rights to give it away for free. So they're out there giving away this free report for you, but inside are different reviews for different products that have your affiliate links to it.
Who likes this idea so far, in terms of you trying to apply this? Does it make sense to you? So he's actually not asking for any money at this stage. All you're going to ask for is an email address, are you?
Name, first name, and email address.
Okay.
And let's talk about that. Mm. You always want to ask someone for their first name and their primary email address. And use that word, primary email address. It just triggers to people that, hey, this is important. We're going to send this information to your primary email address, because you want to get people's primary email address, but you also want to get their name, because on Sunday, David's going to talk about World Internet Office, which will allow you to email your prospects and your customers, and you don't want to email people something that says, "Dear reader," or "Dear customer," or dear friend. When you can email them and it says dear Donna, it seems much more personable. So when you're capturing an email address, you always want to capture their first name. And you may say, well, Brett, Mike, maybe we should go for last name. Maybe we should go for their address, and maybe we should get their phone number, because if you can get their address, well, then you could market to them offline as well, or you can get their phone number and you can send an automated phone call, what we call a voice broadcast, out to them. And yes and no. There's with everything you do online, there's give and take. The more information that you ask for, and the more personal information that you ask for, the lower your conversion rate is going to be. So if you're asking just for name and email address at a website, about 30% of the visitors that come to your site are going to give you their name and their email address.
30%, Mike. 30% people.
About 1 out of 3, or 3 out of 10.
Okay.
The more information you start asking for, the lower that conversion rate is normally going to go. It takes more time to fill out the form. Why do they want my mailing address? Are they going to start adding me to these lists and everything like that? So if you're going to ask for that information, because it's valuable, the more information you have on someone, the more you can segment your list, and you can target offers, and certainly you can start saying, are you male or female, and what's your date of birth? And the more that you get, the better the information is for marketing, but the less your conversion rate's going to be. If you made your form this long and start asking for all of this information, you can probably get as low as 5%. Or even less on the conversion rate. So I would venture to say, when you're starting out, for now, let's just talk about name and email address. We can talk about more advanced marketing at a later date, but you really need to incentivize the people. It has to make sense to them. I'm going to mail you a free CD in the mail. Okay, well, this CD I have to have, and it makes sense that you need my address. But for right now, name and email address.
Okay, good. So at this stage, we have a web page offering free report. Give your name, email, and you get access to the report. Mm-hmm. When I read through a report, I might see all the resources you use. Obviously, you're in the report, you probably make it interesting to read, and so that you say, when I do this, when I do that, I use this resource. Mm-hmm. So for you in the audience, whatever topic you're thinking about right now, about maybe creating an information product, or whatever you're currently selling online, whatever Mike's saying here, you should be asking yourself, how does this apply to me? All right? How does this apply to me? Because we're here to see Mike do this, but the main thing you want to take away from it is how this lesson will help you after you leave the seminar. True? Yes or no? Yep. Okay. So, Mike, is that the only part of the challenge or the deal or the package that you're offering?
No. There's a couple of things involved. I want this report to go viral, right? And,
what does viral mean?
Now, what viral means, there are 3 different ways that you can get traffic to any website. Okay? You can buy it, you can borrow it, and you can create it. Pretty much that's it. Any type of traffic that comes to your site, either you purchased it, you borrowed it, or you created it. Let's break that down. Buying traffic. Who here has heard of Google AdWords or pay-per-click? Okay? Basically what that means is, if I'm selling a radar detector and I want to sell my radar detector, I can open up a Google AdWords account, and I can say that anytime someone types in the word radar detector into Google search engine, I can have my little ad show up on the right side of the web page next to the listings. So the big part of the web page says search engine results, and then the right side says sponsored links, and I can have my ad right here. Wow, look at that. Somebody's looking for a radar detector, and just when they're looking for it, I can have my ad that says, for the best reviews on radar detectors, click here before you purchase anywhere. People click there at my site, they buy a radar detector. So that's how you can, that's an example of Google AdWords, and that's an example of buying traffic. Borrowing traffic is something known, popular as an affiliate program, or doing a joint venture. There's Frank Bauer is in the audience. If I have a product like Viral Friend Generator, I know that Frank made some sales for me this weekend. I saw that. I allowed Frank to sign up for my affiliate program, and he took his link and mailed it out, and he made sales for me, and I pay him at the end of the month. So I'm borrowing traffic from Frank, and I'm paying him 50% of that. I mean, who would do that all day long, right? An affiliate program is the best employee you could ever have. You only pay on a
good strategy
performance.
is these folks don't have a database right now. True?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a database, who doesn't have a database? Hey, all right, a lot of the audience. So
who does have a database? Okay, so all those people that raise their hands first want to seek out the other people so they can find a way to see if there's a target match for a product that you might have now or in the future where you can borrow their traffic. It's a win-win situation. They find a quality product that you've created that is targeted for their members, and they send you the traffic, and you guys split the sales. It's the easiest way, in my opinion, to make money. It's instant leverage online.
Which is why I'm suggesting that you network this weekend, and why on Friday and Saturday, I'm going to actually force you to do networking sessions. So is this starting to make sense to you now, folks, about where all these things might come in? Okay, good.
Okay, so the question was, what was viral marketing? We haven't gotten to that yet. I said there's 3 ways that you can get traffic: buy, borrow, and create. Buying, such as Google AdWords; borrowing, such as an affiliate program; and creating traffic is basically what I like to say, planting seeds out on the internet. Creating traffic doesn't happen overnight. So borrowing traffic, like an affiliate program, that's like getting sod. One day you have dirt, the next day you have grass. You know, somebody sends you traffic, you make a sale. Creating traffic is like planting seeds. Every day you go back, you're not going to see a big difference from the day before. But what happens is you start writing articles about your products and you start releasing them out to different article directories. Maybe you write a press release, you write a blog review about your product, you use a signature in your email or in a forum. All these little things are putting little seeds out there on the internet that eventually are going to drive traffic to your website. And after one day, you're not going to see many results. But if you get into this practice of doing this over a little period of time, maybe 3 months to 6 months, you can start getting a tremendous amount of traffic by writing articles and putting them out on the internet. So that's the third way that you can get traffic, creating traffic. Okay. Now, viral marketing is kind of like a morph between borrowing traffic and creating traffic. What viral marketing is, without viral marketing, let's talk about that for just 1 second. Without viral marketing, this is the normal thinking of a marketer. Visitor comes to my website, they either take action or they don't. I put an ad at Google AdWords, person clicks it, they arrive at my website. Either they buy or they don't. Or they give me their name and email or they don't. So without viral marketing, we're looking at just one visitor, and as soon as that visitor comes to our site, we're saying, okay, well, this person's either going to buy or they're not going to buy. So I have to start looking for my next visitor. And they look for their next visitor. That person either buys or they don't, and they're always looking towards their next visitor. What happens is you create a great product. Customers that buy it love it. You get a joint venture partner in here. They send an email out for your list. Wow, I made $8,500 in 10 days. This is incredible. I'm ready to quit my job. Wow, this is awesome. I can't believe I made $8,500. Wow, this stuff works. But then the next week, there's no money. And you're doing AdWords and a little money's coming in and things like that. And you're saying, hey, Frank, can you email for me again? Frank says, well, Mike, I like to give things fresh. So every week or every month, I like to come out with a new product that, to introduce to my customers. And I don't think I'm going to be able to mail for you. And you say, wow, I have no more traffic to my site. I have a great product. People love it. I just can't get traffic to my site. And that's because we're thinking, customer comes in, they buy or they don't buy, and we're always looking for that next visitor to our site. What viral marketing says is, hold on a second, the visitor that is at our site right now can be leveraged to get us more visitors, whether they buy or they don't buy. If we can give them an easy delivery mechanism, an easy way to share the message with other people, and in some cases, in internet marketing, it's a little bit easier. If we can incentivize them and let them know, let them be aware that there's a benefit to them to share the message, then they're going to be more likely to share the message. So now if you have a visitor come to your website, and let's say they give their name and email address, but they don't buy your product, but you give them an incentive and say, here's an additional free audio of Mike Filsaime and Brett McFall talking about XYZ. If you share our site with a couple of friends, if they purchase our product later, we'll pay you a commission. Now again, that works very well in marketing because it's a lot easier to sell an affiliate program to somebody that knows marketing. But there's other ways to incentivize people. Sometimes just giving them a free gift will increase that incentive to get people to promote for you, or just tell their friends.
Okay, here's what I'd like to ask you to do. Could I ask you to go to this piece of paper here and actually draw us a flow chart of what your plan is today?
Sure.
Yeah, good idea.
And then we can probably see a live demo of it working on
Great.
online as well.
So you're going to draw us a flow chart,
Right.
and then you're going to take us to the internet to show us what it looks like.
That's correct.
Yeah? Okay.
Now, normally, a marketing process will start at your call to action page or your sales letter, but in this case, I'm calling it a call to action page. In viral marketing, we really want to move that into the middle, because there's always going to be a catalyst. There's always going to be something that infects the market, so to speak. And as we spoke before, sometimes it doesn't have to be this massive media release where you're buying advertising all over and the thousands of joint ventures are producing it. As we said before, it could be one person, one expert, or one maven in the marketplace can endorse a product that could even be around for a couple of months, and as soon as one person gives the green light to something, it can take off. So with viral marketing, your call to action is not always the first step in the process, because what we're assuming is that the people that arrive at this page are arriving at this page because they're being invited by somebody that's already been through this process. So it really can't start here. It's starting here because somebody joined it and is turning somebody in. So
that space that you're drawing there is what we would normally call a sales letter.
A sales letter or a landing page.
A landing page, sure.
Where in this case, what I'm doing is I'm giving the report for free, so they don't have to buy it. Really, no cost. Free is a weird word. All they have to do in exchange to get this free report is give me their name and their email address. So I have the big headline here, who else wants to, whatever, or, that type of stuff. I list a couple of bullet points, right? And then maybe I have an arrow pointing here. Sometimes you have audio that greets them, or a video that says, "Hi, my name is Mike Filsaime. Welcome to, whatever site." You're just 30 seconds away from getting, and you give them, instructions how to enter their name and their email address. When that person comes in, what we're going to do is we're going to present them with an offer. Okay? Reason why you want to present them with an offer right now is because you have a captive audience. How many people here think that if you decided to send them an offer in the mail tomorrow, there's a chance they'll never see that message? Right? So there's no better time than the present to make an offer to the people than right when they came in.
So in the middle of that, let me point it out. Right here, something for free. After they give you the name and email, you're actually going to make an offer to them for something else?
Correct. Now, what is this something else? Okay? This something else, generally, should be very targeted to this. Okay? Who here would want a free iPod? Right? Okay, everybody would want a free iPod, right? But it doesn't make sense that if this site is about how to cure your golf swing and you're giving a free report, if your offer is to give away a free iPod, you're going to have some conversion. But it's just so incongruent that when people come to this site, they're going to say, well, there's got to be a catch here. Why is this person giving me a free iPod or a free cruise vacation when I'm at a site about learning how to cure my golf swing? It doesn't make sense. So you want to target your offer to the frame of why they're already at your site. Okay.
Okay. What are we offering?
In the resource report, I'm offering, since I'm giving away resources, I'm giving them a discount on many of my resources that I have for traffic and software. And so basically, there's going to be a lot of, this is a review product of all my products. Maybe 15% of the report is my products, 85% is other products. But what I'm doing is, when they join, I'm basically going to tell them, hey, there's a lot of different products in here that you can buy for $97, $197, $47, and if you bought them all combined, it could be several $100s, over $1,500 if you purchase them all combined. What we're doing right here is we're going to give them an offer to buy it right now, what we call a one-time offer. All right? There's a couple of things that are very, very important in a one-time offer. Number one, as I said, the frame of the offer needs to be tied in around why they're coming in. I would definitely recommend that while you're here this weekend, you take a look at some name badges. There's some pretty big celebrities here that I can't point out, but make sure you're looking at every name badge and not just the first name. When I launched a site called list.com, I was doing, originally before that, $29 offers. And people would come in and I'd have an incongruent offer. And my sales were pretty good. When I spoke with this person, he told me, well, Mike, you know, it's a great deal. You're going to be able to give them these products $47 now for $19. But what you really want to do is you want to create something that ties within the frame of this. So at list.com, we were allowing people to email people. So he says to me, why don't you do this? Why don't you create a membership that normally sells for $79 a month? It will allow people to mail 5,000 people in this system every 2 days for $79 a month. Now, when you have access to emailing 5,000 people an instant opt-in list every 2 days for $79 a month, that's a pretty good deal. Because if we know that being able to email people, as we said, sometimes you can make 50 cents to $1 per month for everyone in your opt-in list. If you can sell that math to people, well, then $79 a month is great. But what we're going to do now, in that site, he says to me, is why don't you put that price out there so people can see that it will be $79 a month, but make them a one-time offer where they can buy it for just $197 one time. And then we'll stack on some more bonuses just to make this just an incredible offer. Hint, as he says, an irresistible offer. I'm giving you guys a lot of hints. All right, so what happens here is I went from $29 to $197 when I kept the offer within the frame of the site. My conversion rate went from 3% on my normal $29 products that I was selling one-time offers to, I think we hit 7.8% conversion rate that day when we launched the site. And still to this day, we have a conversion rate around that point, closer to 5%. At $197, at almost 10 times the price. So when you can make your offer, tie it in with the frame of the site, that's important. So that's number one. The second thing that's very important in a one-time offer is you must have proof or be able to show people that what they're buying today is currently selling over here at this price. Okay? You'll have much more success if you can show someone that you can buy this later at any time. Instead of $47, you can buy it later for $197. When you can show people proof of a product that's actually selling in the marketplace at a higher price, you'll have much more success on your offer.
Okay, so what's really important there is he just said to show proof that it's being sold elsewhere at a higher price.
Now remember, I said that in the previous presentation, I said I created a software package called the Best Deal Ever. And I just got all different rights products and private label products and reached out to people and said, can I put this into my product? I created that product for the sole purpose of a one-time offer. I put up a sales page just so I can document that this product sells for $47, and then it's out there on the internet and does, to this day, sell many times per week at $47. At that time, I created that product, put it up at $47 just so I could create an offer at $29. So,
Very good.
So here's the third thing that you need in your offer, in a one-time offer. You need to have reason why. You need to explain to people what the reason is that it's a one-time offer. A lot of people use one-time offers. A lot of people don't have success with them, and they'll say one-time offers are dead. It's because they're not targeting their offer to the frame of the site. They don't have proof as to where it's selling higher, and they don't have a reason why it's a one-time offer. So at this point, the person feels exploited. well, this isn't fair. Why am I at the site? Why can't I decide tomorrow? As soon as you give people a reason why, it's a one-time offer, everything changes. The reason why can be that you're doing a market test. The reason why can be that you can give them a caveat. Now, you may be asking why I'm willing to sell these products at this price. Well, what we're doing right now is we're looking for testimonials. We're so confident that you're going to love this package and what it can do for you that the only thing that we ask is that if you decide to take us up on this $197 price for this $1,400 value, the only thing we ask is that you promise to send us a testimonial if you like the product. If you don't, simply let us know. We'll instantly refund your money. Now they have a reason why. And then you say, please note, as soon as we have enough testimonials, this offer may be pulled at any time. Well, the person reading this now says, okay, that makes sense. The person's looking for testimonials. They're looking to get the product out into the marketplace. When they have testimonials, they can show proof how it works. Then they can pull the offer. And at that time, you may decide to pull the offer or change the price. So those are the three things that you need for your offer. Okay? It's showing up there? Okay. Okay. All right, now we're inside the members area.
That says members area in the bottom square, members area.
All right, in the members area, there's a couple of things that you need to do. I can flip this, right?
Yeah.
Inside the members area, first thing you want to focus on is fulfilling the product. Okay, people arrive at the site, you made them a promise, make sure that it's easy to find. Don't make people jump through hoops, don't ask them to do all these other things that benefit you or benefit both people until you've fulfilled your product. Okay, the next thing you want to do is allow them to participate.
So number one is fulfill the product, number two is participate. What do you mean by that, Mike?
Okay, what I mean by that is that here's where it goes viral. Okay, by telling people and showing them and explaining to them that, as soon as you joined, you have the website name.com / let's just say 1174 just for this. That's their unique affiliate link. Yourwebsite.com / 1174. You tell them, you show them why, there's a lot of people out there that you probably know that are going to like this report. We'd appreciate it if you spread the word for us. And as you just saw, when you joined the site, we had an offer for $197. We have a 50% affiliate program with this. So if anybody that you refer to our free report buys that offer, we're going to pay you, and in most cases, 50%. And in this case on that site, before ClickBank fees, they'll earn $98.50.
So, Mike, you've actually given them their own affiliate link, and without them even asking for it, you've given them their link right there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, obviously these folks might be asking, well, how do I do that? Is there software that you use that does that for you? Yeah,
there's a couple of different software programs out there. The one that I use is the one that I created called Butterfly Marketing. That basically designs sites like this.
Okay, so what you're saying, your Butterfly Marketing software will actually create what you're showing us here?
Correct.
You don't need it, but it'll make it automatic. Is that true?
No, yeah, you don't need it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You can custom program it. You can find programmers to do this. There's some other softwares out there that came out recently that do light versions of what we do. So there's different ways to get it done.
Okay.
Or you could mock it up. And what I mean by that is use a third-party affiliate program and put people through a couple of more steps where you say, if you're interested in promoting this, sign up for my affiliate program here, and then come back and use your affiliate link in this sales copy and stuff like that.
Got it.
A little more complicated. All right, so now what happens is the person's happy because they read your report, right? Or they got the product or whatever it is that you give them free. Some of these people may have purchased your one-time offer. Some of them didn't. Some other things that you want to basically know is that inside this website, There's other ways that you can list additional resources. Where we showed before, you can buy that on the other site. You can buy for $197 one time. You can buy something that you have to pay later for $79. Well, by all means, if that's the case, put a link where they could buy the $79 per month product. And in my case, in that site, we do have a lot of people that, for whatever reason, didn't buy it for $197, later see the value and pay $79 per month for that. So
Okay.
You can have additional resources and different things here. But here's the important thing, is that now this person gets their affiliate link. And this person may know a few people, or may have an opt-in list of 20,000 people. Whatever the case is, they're sending people now to this page over and over and over again. Now, not all people will do that. Certainly, mathematically, if, like that old television commercial, if she told two friends who told two friends who told two friends, it would saturate the entire, planet in probably 5 or 6 or 8 different, different moves. So not everyone that comes to the site is going to tell people. Not everyone has a 5,000 member opt-in list or whatever the case is. What you'll find out is that if you can provide really good tools, which we'll probably show, and if you have a good product that's worth downloading or worth taking participation in or whatever the case is, if you can get one visitor in to get you one visitor out, well, that's a beautiful thing. Because now if you have, it's great. You launched your site and all this stuff, and you had a lot of joint venture partners promote, and you had 8,000 people come in the first month. That's great. But what's going to happen is it's slowly going to taper off. It's not going to be the item of the day forever. But if you can get to the point where one person comes in to one person comes out, what that means is right now you've reached pretty much autopilot. What that means is that if you're getting 100 visitors today that come to this site, and they sign up, get their affiliate link, and they start telling people, if you don't do anything, tomorrow you'll have 100 people. Those 100 people are going to go through the same exact process. That will get you 100 people the next day, months later, 100 people. That's total autopilot right there.
That's very exciting, isn't it? Yeah?
So let's break this out. If you can get your one-time offer to convert, and I'll be probably on the conservative side here. If you can get your one-time offer in this instant to convert around 5%, sometimes it'll be 3%, sometimes it can be 8, 9, depending on the offer and things like that. But let's say it was 5%. What that means is, for every 100 people that come to your site, 5 people are going to buy your offer for $197. Okay? You get, on average, 50% of that because you're giving the other 50% to your affiliates, your partners. So that means that you're going to make, on average, 50% of 197. So let's just use simple math. Let's say $100 on 5 sales. Well, if that's the case, then this site could generate you, just on this portion alone, just on the offers, $500 a day using that math. Now, that would be pretty good. That's probably in the top 3% of sites that would probably achieve to do something like this. I know a lot of people that do this usually keep their offers between $47 and $97, and they're making sales of about $200 to $250 per day on average.
And how long might that last for, Mike? Once it starts, what do you think?
Like anything else, there's a lot that goes in. Normally, what you'll see, if you can get a website, okay, when you launch your website, right? Here you are, no traffic, you haven't launched, and all of a sudden you get your JV partners and you do a promotion and you get the spike, okay? And you're going to have that big spike, and you might see something, like this over day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then something like this. And then what's going to happen is over time, there's different ways that this can go. If you're at that one-to-one ratio, which is not very easy to attain, but is possible. I have a couple of sites that are right around there. It would go like this forever. Okay, and I can't even say forever because there's always going to be changes in the marketplace. People are going to come out and knock you off and rip you off. But let's say that this
Bottom line is we're not working for it.
We're not working.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now remember, if you're getting 100 people per day, then you get 100 people per day tomorrow. Okay, what that means is that let's pay a little bit of money and put a Google AdWords campaign. Well, I'm going to juice this number up to 130 now. Well, then that should probably bring me 130 people the next day, or maybe even more. Maybe I can maybe buy some other types of advertising, or I can start getting some other people to start putting my email for my product in their autoresponder follow-up series. Hey, Brett, you have an autoresponder, right? What do they get? 7 emails from you? On email number 8, do me a favor, put this email in. So now everybody that comes into Brett's funnel, that might get me up to 140. So you can keep pushing that number, and it'll continue to grow vertically down as long as your product is worth sharing and you've made it easy for people to share. So that's how that would look. If you're going like this over time, you're really, really, really onto something. That is, without getting technical, you're over 1.0. That means you got 100 people today. Tomorrow you got 102. The next day 105, and then that number can continue to grow. It might drop down to 97 one day, and but it'll go up and down. But over time, you'll see something like this. Most likely, what you're going to see from this point after the launch is something that looks like this. But before I draw that line out, what I'm going to show you is that you can probably do something like that. And what I mean here is I like to call that just getting the EKG out on your website. You're onto different projects and go back a couple of months later and say, hey, I was getting 100 per day. Seems I'm down to 84 per day. A month before that, I was at 87 members per day. Seems the site is going down a little bit. You get the little EKG out, and what that means is there's a lot of different things you can do. You send an email to all the members of the site and say, hey, we're going to do a contest. It's going to go for the next 7 days. Whoever can send us 100 referrals to our site, we're going to pay you a $1,000 bonus. Everybody rallies up, and they say, hey, great, boom. And you have a spike. More people get exposure about your site. It picks up for a little while. Your graph might even start to go up for a month or two, and then it'll divvy down. But the important thing is that this is all happening through viral marketing. The members that are coming into your site are giving their name and their email address, and they are telling other people about your site. And the process continues.
Okay, can you show us on the internet now what this all looks like?
Okay. As David Kavanaugh said, things might break and might not go as planned.
What we might do, folks, is while he's doing that, can I ask you to stand up and let's stretch it out a little bit? No, stretch nice and high, right up like this. You can even let out a moan if you want. That's the way. Over to the left. That's over to the right. Stretch it. Good one. Shake it out. Now, I want you to breathe in deep through your nose. 3 big deep breaths. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Out. In. Now, go. Out. Last time. Well done. Give yourself a round of applause. Great. Grab a seat. What do you got for us, Mike?
I got the dreaded Internet Explorer is not responding.
Ah, yes. That old trick.
Yeah. So we're waiting for...
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for our mic runners to grab a mic each, please. I want 2 mics in the audience. Meanwhile, I'll let Mike try and fix it up. So can we have 2 mics in the audience? Now, if you have a question, I want you to put your hand up right now, and I'll take your question from the floor. Deal? Okay, who's got a question? Anyone got a question here? Yep, right there. Hello, Jesse. Can I get you to stand up, my friend?
Hi, Mike. My question was, after the opt-in page, the next page you have is the one-time offer page. And then after that, the bonus page where they can download it, but also the automatic affiliate link. Once you've got their email address now, what kind of auto-response do you send after that? Something related to free bonus? What kind of auto-response series do you do?
That's a great question. His question is, when somebody finally joins your list, how do you follow up with them? You know, it really depends on the product. One of the things I'll probably go over with you on Sunday, and you'll probably have some other speakers talk about, is the importance of generating a marketing funnel. And what that means is I'll probably talk about the importance of having a back-end product and the leverage of a back-end product. And what you want to do is you want to have a back-end product that converts very well. And then you want to have a couple of different front-end vehicles. This site is really a front-end vehicle. My main goal with anyone that comes into any one of my sites is generally to get them to read the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript, which is going to offer them Butterfly Marketing, and then from there we can invite them to either be a participant in our mentoring program, or maybe come to our event, or sometimes coming to an event like this, I'll send people an email, hey, if you're in Australia, you know, here's a chance to meet all these great speakers and things like that. So the important thing is normally usually I'll follow up about 7 times. With a site like this, there's not much for me to follow up with because I'm not selling anything. You know, I'll probably have 1 or 2 reminders about the importance of reading the resource report because there's a lot of affiliate links that I have in there. But from there, day 2, day 3, I'm going to start moving them over to, hey, you may have noticed inside the resource report there was a product called Viral Friend Generator. Or you may have noticed inside the resource report members area, there was a product called Butterfly Marketing, the Butterfly Marketing Manuscript. And then I start driving these people into my core products.
So you're going to sell other stuff to them, yeah? Okay, what I'm going to do, I know there's a question on the back here. I might ask you to hold that and maybe take it up with Mike personally. We've got the internet back and just want to push it along, okay?
Okay, so here we have a landing page. Let's assume that you were invited. I believe that almost anyone that comes to this site, unless they find it maybe linked at, you know, my own website and they see all the different products and they stumble upon it, 99% of the people that come to this site are going to be invited by someone else with the tools that I'm going to show you inside. So assume that you got an email that said, hey, first name, and it seemed very personal. Hey, first name, I just saw this free report, or I just saw this report that Mike Filsaime just put out. What he's done is he's documented every single tool he uses to run his business, from screenshots to PDFs to screen recording to audio to teleconference software, you name it, right? The best thing about it is I don't know why he's not selling it. He's decided to give it for free. You might want to get the latest version of it here. Click here. So you would then land at this page, and now you're seeing...
Pause for a second, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
What he just said to you there was the wording that goes in the email. Did you hear what he just said? He was just conversationally just ripping that out. He just, you know, it's virtually just, you know, you've got to go and check out this website. I don't know why he's giving away for free, but he is, and he'll tell you this, 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 and this. So what you should say is, how does that apply to me? You would use the exact same approach when people were promoting your page using this concept. Agree? Yeah.
Great point. Great point. So basically, I pre-write those emails for people to send out, and I pre-write the little telefriend tools that are already made with the site because I want it to look natural. I don't want this big, long thing selling people. I try to think, if I was sending Brett an email, how would it sound? Hey, Brett, how's your day going, whatever. I just came across a great resource. You're one of the first people I thought about when I saw it. You might want to check it out. Something like that, just very, very personable. Because certainly the better the copy and the tools, the more people are going to show up that page. If you have terrible copy, then the less people are going to go in, and that 100, 100, 100 is going to go 190, 80, 75, all the way down to 0 because the copy wasn't good. So what we're doing here is we're basically giving them some, this new free report details and outlines the tools, et cetera, et cetera. I have a little image that we made up to make it look like an actual report, right? Newbie warning, okay? Failure to get access to this report could lead to years of wasted time and lost money left on the table. I truly, honestly believe that. I truly believe that it's easier to walk in other people's footsteps. I wish that somebody had told me when I first started out with the first software that I used for autoresponders, that they had told me, Mike, you don't want to use that. Because the email deliverability rate became less than 60%. I should have never used that. I had over 200,000 people when I finally realized I have to switch and start all over again. All right, so you know, this could save people a lot of money, a lot of time when you know what works and people review what works and what doesn't work. So we give them other types of, you know, benefits. And let's put in here.
Now, just pause you there, Mike. I want you to just look at what he's using on this page, folks. There was a headline at the top. There was a photo of there you go. There's the headline. There's his signature. There's a photo of the report. And there's some bullets, maybe 6, 7 bullets about what's inside the report. How does that apply to you? Okay? Constantly bring it back. How does this apply to you? And then you put in your name and your email. And there is software that this can all be done so that if you're wondering about how you're going to design this sort of page,
okay, let's see what happens.
Yep.
We'll see. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Right, my friend.
Okay, this is the one-time offer. The person joins. It says important before you continue. Earlier today I said I'm a big fan of video. I believe video really works very well. What I actually wanted to do, but we certainly didn't have time. I wasn't around the video camera back home. What I was going to do before this one-time offer was what's known as pattern interrupt. Did you guys have the commercials out here for the Energizer Bunny? Right? Do you remember those commercials where all of a sudden you'd be seeing something like, honey, are my hairs getting gray? And then the wife would come over and then you'd hear boom, 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 and the bunny would walk across TV and you'd be like, whoa, what's going on? And it'd be like, Energizer Rabbit, still going. That was great pattern interrupt. What they were showing right there, because they know that we zone out when commercials are coming. And every single time you saw that Energizer Bunny, it was pattern interrupt, and it was a great advertising medium for Energizer batteries. I feel that people, especially in this target market, may be expecting the one-time offer. Or maybe expecting, well, I've been through this before, something free, is there going to be an offer? The way that this is probably going to be in about 2 to 3 weeks when I get back, there's going to be just an empty wall, and I'm going to walk out holding a kitchen sink. And I'm going to walk right up, and I'm going to say, hi, my name is Mike Filsaime. You're probably wondering why I have the kitchen sink here. Now, you guys all know what the kitchen sink probably represents, right? Instant pattern interrupt. People are going to realize, what is Mike doing holding a kitchen sink? The whole point is, I'm throwing in everything but the kitchen sink. I think that as soon as people see that, they're going to be like, all right, get ready. He's going to put together almost everything that he has but the kitchen sink. And I'll probably just say something like, in the resource report, you're going to find a lot of great resources, et cetera, et cetera. I've compiled all those resources, plus more, giving you traffic to get to your website, normally costing whatever the value is, for one low-time price. And I'll probably use the hook. I won't say it. If you're interested in that price and seeing what the report, what you're getting, stick around. This video will redirect, and then it'll redirect, and they'll land on this page.
Pause.
They're going to be much more likely to read this page right now because they saw me up there with this pattern interrupt. Whoa! If he went out of his way to create a video and call this thing a kitchen sink sale, this should probably be something I pay attention to rather than just hitting page down and skip the offer.
Okay, what he's just talking about, the kitchen sink video, you could use it too. If you're a website designer, you could still carry the kitchen sink. You're probably wondering why I'm carrying the kitchen sink, because when I actually do your web page for you, I give you every single part you need. If you are a personal trainer, you're probably wondering why I'm holding this kitchen sink, because I show you how to do every single thing you need to do to lose weight. Are you with me? So the ideas that Mike is giving you here, you can apply them mostly to anything you want to sell. Okay? And hey, David Kavanagh, can I get you to bring down my little video camera, which is just up the back there, please? Because I want to show you something, folks. I want to make available to you so you know the tools that we use when we do this thing. There's a video camera that's being brought down right now. And most of what you saw this morning on that opening video before the day began was shot with that little video camera, right? And real quick, Dave. Now this is a camera by Sanyo, okay? And it's like $600, $700, and the screen opens up and you film, okay? And that's, you look through it there. And you plug this, the little card comes out of the back, and you plug it into the computer, and your video's ready. So you can do as many takes as you want with that. Have I said the price? It costs me about $600. And if it doesn't have to look exactly like this. There's so many cameras out there, as you know, that you can use these tools. And there's things like, you might be asking, well, how am I going to put video on my web page? One solution would be to actually upload your video to youtube.com. Anybody heard of YouTube? Well, you can upload the file from here to YouTube. It gives you some code. You paste it into your page and your video is there to play. Instantly. Good idea or bad idea? Okay, so even if you're a beginner, shoot yourself. That's your choice. But I would use the camera. Shoot yourself there, do 5, 6 takes, get it right, upload it to YouTube. It'll give you a code to put video on your website. And what Mike's talking about right here means you can do it straight away too. Like that idea? Okay, there you go. Good. Thanks, man.
Okay, so here what we have is the one-time offer. In here, it's tied into the frame of the site. We address the reason why, and we tell them how they're going to pay more later. A couple of things I want you to notice here as I scroll through the sales copy. You notice there's no highlighting, no red text. All these different products we're telling them they're getting, the manuscript, ProTrack Manager, our testing software, PowerLink Generator, different things like that, plus different traffic packages. None of them have graphics. Believe it or not, having a pretty website, we've tested, and putting pictures and images and things like that can actually hurt your conversion. Certainly you want to test those things yourself, but if you want people to read your sales letter, then just give them things to read.
So just text on a page, Mike. Right hand out, everybody. Right hand up. Come on. Isn't that interesting?
Okay, so people see the offer. What we do is we recap it for them. Let's add it up. You know, typical stuff that you see in an infomercial. So let's see. Here's what you get. Do the recap, right? Show them all the different things that they're getting. People actually pay for every single one of these things every single day, separately. This is a real number. This is not a fluff number. $1,217. Sometimes that doesn't mean anything anymore these days, right? $28,000 value, yours today, 1995. You know, so this is a real number, $1,217. You get all this today for, not $497, $197. In fact, I have to talk to my copywriter. This does not belong there. Introductory price does not belong on a one-time offer. Okay, that has to come out. So please give me the kitchen sink package now. A little more stuff. They can say yes, or they can say no. I'm going to say no, because I already have it all. So that we could go to the next section here. This is something very interesting that you're going to see next. Again, I haven't even tested this yet.
Mike,
I'm keeping my fingers crossed just like you.
See all the things you're doing now? You're putting a highlight next to no thanks, and then the button changed instantly to I'm afraid I have to say no, etc. And then it changes, you know, if you press yes, it changes something else. How long would it take a programmer to do something for the audience like this?
Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Where would they get a programmer that could do this?
Rentacoder.com, scriptlance.com.
Rentacoder.com, scriptlance.com.
In the order section here, this is where it said scroll up and order. If they don't order, okay, here's something very interesting, Brett, that put probably about $15,000 a month or more, being conservative, and in my pocket, what we're about to see right here.
Sorry, what we're about to see here has put about 15 grand a month.
Basically, when I used to show a one-time offer, if they said no, they said no. That was it. Give you a little hint. When I got my Mac computer, they said to me as I'm registering, what's your name, what's your email, this, that. Hey, do you want to be part of iMac.net, something like that, for $19 a month? I said no. As soon as I said no, it says, okay, wait, would you like 3 months free? I said, okay. To this day, I'm getting billed for something I have no idea what it is. But that's called a downsell.
A downsell.
Okay? They say no, so again, I'm hoping this works. I never had a chance to test this. Let's see. There you go. Very, very short copy. Hi again, I have one final option for you. If you wanted the incredible package, but again, this is my copywriter's guy. I apologize. The high 197, I wouldn't use that. Because to me, I don't think it's high, and I wouldn't want to use a word like that. So I have to go through this. But the 197 was just a bit out of reach for you. That's the way it should be, not the high. I can offer you the almost, what we bolded, exact same offer. almost exact same offer you just saw before, with just a small twist. This means you get everything below for only $97. That's it. And then we basically tell them what they're not getting. And we pulled out about 5 of the different things out of the offer that had a real value of $79. One was $197, etc. And we're now saying, hey, if you want to get almost the same exact offer, you can get all those different things for only $97. This right here will probably sell at the same rate as the one-time offer.
Now
So that means if we have 100 people to the site, and we have, just for easy math, if we have a 10% conversion rate on the first offer, we'll sell 10 for
First
every
offer
100.
is, this is recap, the first offer is
The one-time offer at
$197.
$197.
Yep.
If I didn't have this, I would have sent them straight to the members area. By putting in a downsell at half the price, I should be able to sell 10 people, sell now 10 people at the 97. So for every 100 people, I'll sell 10 at 197, and I'll sell 10 at 97. So I'll have 20 customers for every 100 people that go. I'll tell you how I figured this out. I was talking with somebody one day, and they said, Mike, do you ever follow up with people? And I said, no, I give them an option in the members area. And we were just talking about, maybe doing a downsell. Plugged it into my site that had the most leverage, into Instant Buzz. Just created a little page like this and said, hey, if you wanted the elite membership, but the 197 was a bit out of reach, I'll give it to you, but you won't get these other 6 bonuses. And I just took the bonuses out. The next day I opened up my PayPal account, I had 4 orders for $97. Now, most of the time you get excited about that, right? That's when I get sick to my stomach. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I've had this site running and all these other sites running for so long. How much money did I leave on the table? That's the beautiful thing about marketing, is there's always room for improvement. So what I did is I went to all my different sites and I added downsells. There's other things called upsells. We're not going to get into that, but I'll just tell you real quick. If they did buy the 197 offer, you can offer them an upsell and say, congratulations on your purchase. Would you be interested in one other discount? At this point, it's got to be a total no-brainer, that they actually feel like, this guy's an idiot for making this offer. Of course I'm going to buy it. I've totally ripped him off. I got the better end of the deal. You must make your upsell like that. Otherwise, people are going to feel exploited. You really want them to feel like, is he nuts? What he just gave me there, I would have had to, buy this advertising package or whatever it is later for $1,000. He just gave me that $1,000 package for another $19 or $47. But your upsell, 50% of the people that buy your one-time offer will usually buy your upsell. If you're taking notes, your upsell should be half the price of your one-time offer. If your upsell is $197, if your offer is $197 like it was here, one-time offer, you should have an upsell for $97. I don't have an upsell at this site. Reason why? I'm giving away everything that I have. There was nothing left to sell.
Okay.
Right. I could give them the kitchen sink, right? And I'll install it. So here's what happens. This person didn't buy the one-time offer. They didn't buy the downsell. I want to skip this offer. I understand I'll never be given this offer again. Do not click this link unless you want to close this page forever. If they click the link and hit the back button, they get an error, and that's important for credibility. So let's hit this, and let's hope that we get into the members area. Okay. Create your password. This is unique, and I created this in Butterfly Marketing because remember what we said: when you ask people for information, the more you ask, the more that your conversion rate is going to decrease. Asking for name and email address keeps it simple. If I would have asked for name, email address, and password at the beginning, which is needed for them to come back when they sign into the site, right? I don't want other people signing into their site and changing their affiliate information, how they get paid. It would have slowed the conversion rate down. So I'm getting the password at this point because I've already got them into the site. So I'm just going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just put a letter in there. Create password. And here we are. We're inside the members area. What's important for them here is to fill out their complete profile. Remember, it's great to have this data, but don't let it hurt your marketing process up front. Why not ask for it now? So here, I'm getting additional information if the people so choose to fill it out. Get the report. Can you guys see the mouse up here? It's a little tough to see. I'll read these links. Let me highlight it and see if that makes it easier for you to read. It says update profile, get report, earn money, promotion tools, top resources, help desk, and log out. Very simple. So we're looking at the profile page right now. Person needs to put their ClickBank ID. Without that, they can't get paid, and that's what we're telling them right here. Make sure to enter your ClickBank ID.
Now, let's just explain that really, really quickly, Mike. ClickBank ID.
ClickBank is an affiliate marketplace that processes money for you. So what that means, if I want to sell something, they will collect the money and write me a check every 2 weeks.
And they will give you an ID that is just yours, which you could then type in here, and lets ClickBank know where to send the checks to.
Exactly. Now, ClickBank has this great thing called a hop link, which simply means that if you wanted to promote my product, you simply put your ID into this little ClickBank link, like clickbank.com/your ID, something like that. What it will then do is then redirect people to my product. If they buy, you get an email and I get an email saying, hey, somebody just bought this $97 product. You just earned $48. So you'd earn $48, I'd earn $48. After 2 weeks, they send us both a check. So nobody needs a credit card or anything like that to get paid. You don't need a PayPal account. Getting a ClickBank account is free. If people don't have one, get one here if you need one. They click that. They sign up for a free ClickBank account. It simply says, what's your name? Where do you want us to send the check? What's your ID? You get your ID like, whatever you want. Real fast 72. That becomes your ID. You would type that in right here, update your profile, click Save Settings, and you're all set. So the next thing is get the report. Remember we said we want to fulfill the report? Click on the Get Report link, and welcome Mike. It addresses the person by the first name. You're all set to get started. Just follow the steps below, etc., etc. Step 1, get the report. So they get to read the report. We want to fulfill that. And step 2, earn money. Click here to learn how you could make $985 by telling just your warm reach market this important must-read report. Should have the word about there. So they can click here, but just so you know in the navigation, that'll bring them to the promotion tools, but I'm going to bring you to the earn money page. I want to show people how they can earn money with the report. And we want to be as honest as possible with people on what they can expect. So I put together this great opportunity. It basically tells them that they could earn $98 if they buy the offer, $48 if they buy the downsell. Get your ClickBank ID, and here's your list, your link. All people have to do is promote that link, and it's a very nice looking link. It's the resourcereport.com/ and I could make this variable anything I want. But I'm not going to put the word affiliate there, right? If I'm asking you to start promoting this to people, would it make sense for you to tell people, here's a great report that I just found out, look here, the resourcereport.com/ affiliate equals 74. People are going to say, affiliate? Well, it looks like they're probably getting paid to promote this. So we can make that variable anything we want. And I said, you know what, let's just call it newest version. So the number that looks at like after it just seems like it's the latest version that's been updated. So people will just promote that link. Now, what I recommend we do is give people a little bit of math. So it says, let's see an example of how this works. You send 100 members to the site. Let's assume, for easy math, 10% buy the offer. That would make 10 times $98.50 to your ClickBank account instantly. That means you would earn $985 in commissions for sending 100 people to the site. Well, what if you sent 250, 500, or 1,000? Well, if you had 1,000 people, that would give you $9,850. We want to show people the potential. And when people see that, it's like, wait a second, just like I did with that fly-in ads, are you telling me that if I just did this, I could have that? Okay, and we said here for easy math, and now we put a little bit of a disclaimer, right? This is based on a 10% conversion rate. It could be higher or lower based on the relationship that you have with the visitor or how targeted your advertising is to the person, right? If Stephen Pierce is to tell his list, he has a good relationship, most likely he'll have a higher conversion than if somebody did it off of some, banner ad where you're trying to beat the monkey into the dunk tank. That visitor is not going to convert as high off of an advertising campaign like that as if it did from Stephen Pierce. All right? And also how targeted the market is. People that are interested in this report would be more interested in downloading it. People that are interested in losing weight coming to this site are going to be like, What do I care about the tools Mike uses to run his business, right? So those things are going to affect it. So what we say here is, while many of our affiliates do reach 10%, most likely you'll be between 3 and 8%. Okay, try the numbers yourself. A 5% conversion rate would be half the numbers that you see here. So if you had a 5% conversion rate, you would get $4,500 if you had 1,000 people get in, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, we're just explaining to them how they can make money. We have a little link here that gives them promotion tools. See, the most important, this is probably one of the most important things in a site like this. You don't want to just give people an affiliate link and just say, go get them. Go knock them dead. Show people where they can go. So, great, here's your affiliate link, right? But then we say, here's some free traffic exchanges that you can join. Here's a tell a friend. If you don't have an opt-in list, just put your friend's name and their email address. This email will go out.
So hold on. In here, these folks can actually put in their friend's name and email, and you'll actually do the emailing.
You would
for
put
them.
in Brett, right? At Brett@brettmcfall.com, and I would then this email will now go out. Hey Brett, I just thought you may want to know about this cool site I just found. I liked it, and I thought of you when I saw it. Link. It's cool, and I knew you would want to see it too. It's real simple, nothing crazy. It should look like a friend's inviting it. All right. Next, for people that have an opt-in list, we pre-write an email for them so that they can get an idea of what their email should look like. Some affiliates will take this and paste it right in and broadcast it out to their list. I don't recommend it. I like to tell people, use this as a guide so you understand what the email should look like, and then rewrite it. Use a relationship. Like Brett, if he was going to do it, could say, hey, I was just at the World Internet Summit, Mike Filsaime was on stage, and then he could maybe use some of the bullet points in here. So you want to customize it to your own voice. But we pre-write the emails for people. We give them email number 1, email number 2 for a follow-up. We say, hey, here's some different forums that you can join. And I give them a list of like different marketing forums, and I tell them, use this as your signature. If they say you can only have 4 lines, there's a 4-line signature. Use this in your email. You send email out to everyone. At the end where it says, thanks, Kathy, you can put your own signature in, and you could have something that would say, hey, I'll meet you at the restaurant on Friday, whatever. Thanks, Kathy. And then it would say, download this free report. So every email that you send out will actually send people to the site. So we give people all different tools.
Hold it
website.
right there.
Yep.
Okay. What you're showing us, Mike, I'm sure the audience is going, how am I going to do that? Do you agree? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I've got 2 points I want to make. If I was, here's what I would do if I was in your shoes. I would actually go along to this page. I would firstly print out his sales page. I would actually buy his offer, print it out. I would go back to the sales page. I would not buy the offer. I would print it out. And I don't know, you probably, you may not like this, Mike. This is what I would do if I was these guys, right? I would actually watch every single step that you're doing. And I would want to model that for you. So print out what Mike's doing. See these emails that he has here? I mean, if you're seriously thinking about, gee, I'd like to use what that genius is doing on stage, right? Because it's a genius strategy, what he's doing here. Then you can look at what his copy is like, and he's got 3-line signature, 4-line signature, and adapt it, model it to what you want to do.
That's great advice.
Yeah. So second thing I would do is, so that's, if you do that and print out all the pages that Mike's using here and taking us through, it means you could take it to a program and say, see this? I'd like something like that. Remember the general of the army? Right? Okay. Second thing, option I would do is, Mike, and I don't know if this is right, do you have software that actually does this for us?
Yeah. Guys, what you're looking at right now is butterfly marketing. This is what this site does. Like for people that would say, well, have you noticed that like right here, the link is already built in to every single one of the tools. If you look here at the email at the bottom, it's signed off to your success, Mike, right here. So if you signed up, it would say to your success, Kathy, or to your success, Dan. Everything is copy-paste. I've gotten emails, I'm not kidding you, where I don't know how many times this link is in the email. Okay, it's only here twice, but sometimes you'll see an email where the link is 3 times, right? Hey, if you're in a rush, click here, they go on, they link, and they go on in the email, and they have the link 3 different times. I've gotten emails from people where I see the affiliate link twice, and then the 3rd time I'm actually reading the email and it says, so if you're interested, click here, and then it says insert your link here. And it's like, wow, the affiliate missed the spot where he had to put his link in. It's very embarrassing. Sometimes you'll see stuff like at the end, to your success, insert your name here. because they missed it. They're going through, everybody's busy, and they're copy, paste, put my affiliate link. What Butterfly Marketing does is it allows you simply you just write what you want the emails to say, and it automatically propagates the person's name and their link everywhere for them.
The question is, where can they get Butterfly Marketing from?
Butterflymarketing.com.
How much is it to buy?
Okay, it's $1,497. I will tell you this. If you buy the Butterfly Marketing manuscript, it's $97. At the Butterfly Marketing manuscript, you get a video one-time offer. Remember I said I go through the entire course? I allow you to buy the course for $897. And what happens if you don't buy it? What should you get? A downsell, right? You should get a downsell. If you want it shipped to you, it's $897. You get the CDs, everything like that. If you say no to that, you can get the downsell for $497. It's the entire course plus the software in a digital version. So instead of me shipping the course, if you like it, buy it, put it in your library, pay $897 instead of $1,500. And if you just want everything digital, you can get the PDF, download the MP3s, download the DVDs, get the software digital for $497. So I would prefer to tell you guys that you deserve that rather than sending you to pay the retail price of $1497. Different things like a blog review. So if you have a blog, we tell people just copy and paste this and just put it on your blog. And if you like HTML in your blog, then copy this and paste the HTML and you'll get it formatted nicer. All different types of things are listed here. I don't want to go on and on, but the more tools you give, that's where we call this butterfly marketing. They become butterfly effects. It could be that one day, because we gave somebody a blog review to put on their blog, they put it there, and a person like Brett stumbled across your blog one day and said, this is interesting. Oh, I love this. Let me send it out to my X thousand member list. Simply because I've given you a tool, like a blog review, somebody could stumble across on it, and that could start a butterfly effect. And a butterfly effect is a butterfly flapping its wings that changes, puts small little changes into the atmosphere that actually does change the weather over time. So a little butterfly effect like a blog review, the more tools that you have can actually lead to some person with a lot of leverage stumbling across something one day and just being that maven that gives it all the credibility. So at this point, Brett, what happens is, going back up, whatever the case is, somebody arrives, and as you guys can see, the number here is 74. That means we've been testing it, signing up new accounts and testing, and all my programs probably tested it. We have 74 tests that we've done, so there's not 3,000, 5,000 people or anything like that. No one knows about this site yet. There's 74, this is the link. We're going to do the Internet Challenge. So people can sign up for this when they come in, and they're going to bring people as soon as they're done. You're going to click log out. This is another strategy here. When you go to PayPal, right, and you log out, they send you to PayPal shops. Butterfly Marketing allows you to put an advertisement on the login page. Why send people back to the login page? If they're logging out, make them an offer. Okay? So here, when everyone sends people to their signs up, they get their affiliate link, they start promoting. They start sending people, those people arrive at this page, and the process starts all over again like it just started. This new visitor now comes in, sees the one-time offer, sees the tools. This is great, I can make money, starts driving people, and you put a viral marketing campaign in, pretty much set it and forget it. I'm not kidding you. I have a lot of sites that I've launched one day, haven't gone back for years, and they're still getting me 15, 16 signups a day and making $1,000, $1,500 a month. On the low end, some of those sites like that. Just launched them 3 years ago, never went back to them after that. So that's that here, and I guess we can talk about the Internet Challenge.
Folks, I think that is absolutely brilliant. Do you? Yeah?